Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Science Gateway. To ensure that the evening runs smoothly, we kindly invite you to put your mobile telephone in silent mode. Please note that smoking, drinking and eating are not permitted in the auditorium. Note the nearest emergency exit and, in the event of an evacuation, follow the instructions of our team. Thank you. Mesdames, Messieurs, bienvenue au portail de la science. Pour le bon déroulement de cette soirée, nous vous remercions de bien vouloir vous assurer que votre téléphone portable est en mode silencieux. Il est interdit de fumer et de se restaurer dans l'auditorium. Merci de repérer la sortie de secours la plus proche et, en cas d'évacuation, de suivre les instructions de notre équipe d'accueil. Merci.
We are science. We are discovery and experimentation. We are the change you see and how you see the change. We are exploration and education. We are fuel for those already flying high, and inspiration to those who say, if they can, so can I. Together, we are science.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you tonight here at CERN, Geneva, Switzerland.
Hello,
welcome. Welcome to Science Gateway, the temple of science communication and science education, for an exceptional event tonight, the competition for budding scientists, FameLab International Final 2025. In a few minutes on this stage, 9 competitors from 9 different countries, from Australia down to the UK, will rise to the challenge of Best Science Communication of the Year.
We are your hosts for this evening. Hello. On my left here, let me give you a proper introduction. On my left is a science communicator at CERN for the past 30 years, head of the editorial content production team in the communications group, a TEDx speaker and author. She has chronicled the LHC journey at CERN and reported from Antarctica, the Arctic, the Amazon, and space with the European Space Agency. It's Paola Catapano, everybody.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. And with me on this adventure tonight, Greg Foot, a scientist turned science presenter and producer. Some of you might know him for his podcast, Sliced Bread. If you haven't done it yet, check it out. It's wonderful. Greg has been making science content for TV, YouTube, radio, and stage for 20 years. And he's also gone on some crazy adventures, as adventurous as mine. You've been diving deep into the ocean, trekking up to the Everest Base Camp, and climbing into the canopy of the Amazon rainforest. And tonight we are here for another great adventure together here at CERN.
Yeah, so I've never been to CERN, so this is genuinely really, really exciting. This is like a big tick off the old bucket list, so thanks very much for having me.
It was high time to come.
It was very, very welcome. So look, I have been part of the FameLab family for many, 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 many years. If you're watching this, if you're sat here tonight and you don't know what FameLab is, it is the longest running and also the furthest reaching science communication competition and training program in the world. But here's a little bit more. Here's a quick 2-minute video to tell you more. FameLab is the leading science communication competition and training program in the world. Each year, thousands of researchers from across the globe receive training and then compete in heats. FameLab was created by Cheltenham Science Festival, making science accessible for all. FameLabbers have 3 minutes to capture their audience. 3 judges judge them on the 3 C's of FameLab: content, clarity, and charisma. And you, the audience, vote for your favourite 2. Each country crowns their national champion, and those national champions come together to compete for the title of FameLab International Champion. FameLab participants have gone on to present TV shows, give TED Talks, publish books, and so much more. FameLab is all about giving skills, confidence, and opportunities to scientists, engineers, and mathematicians to communicate their current research with the people that it impacts. There you go.
That was FameLab.
That is FameLab. You can see why we're so proud of it, right?
Yeah.
Also, this year is extra special. This year it's 20 years since Cheltenham Festivals ran the first ever FameLab. So this is our 20th birthday, everybody. Happy birthday,
FameLab. Happy birthday, FameLab.
And it's very, very exciting that we get to spend it here, right, at CERN. So thanks so much for having us, Paola.
Yes, we are very delighted indeed to collaborate with the Cheltenham Festivals, the big organizers of FameLab. We've had your team around here for the last 24 hours. So busy, they couldn't explore this place. And CERN is a place of exploration. So let's watch a short video to know all about CERN, more or less.
More than 400,000 years ago, our ancestors first approached fire, realizing that it kept wild animals at bay. Through fascination and curiosity, prehistoric people came up with imaginative means to use fire for protection, heat, light, food preservation, and social gatherings. For most of human history, we have used multiple applications of fire to generate light and heat. But what brought us illumination at the flick of a switch? It certainly wasn't the development of candles. Since the 1600s, scientists and inventors have worked to understand the principles of electricity, making it possible to use it in our everyday life. Today's world, dominated as it is by faster and faster pace of new technologies, is the result of a revolution in physics which started at the end of the 19th century. Maxwell's laws of electrodynamics led to electricity, radios, and television. Thomson's Nobel-winning discovery of the electron led to modern atomic physics and set the stage for the development of quantum mechanics, opening up the era of electronics. New scientific theories, concepts, and discoveries proliferated and brought about cataclysmic transformations of the world at all levels: technological, social, and cultural. Created in 1954 by some of the protagonists of the 20th century physics revolution, CERN carries today the torch of the virtual circle of knowledge and innovation at an accelerated pace. As distant as it might seem from our daily lives, particle physics has always been a trailblazer for disruptive technologies which have benefited society at large. The invention of the World Wide Web, which was the result of the laboratory's unique collaborative environment, is one of the striking examples. The unprecedented scale and technical requirements of the accelerators, detectors, and computing infrastructure needed by particle physicists for their research has constantly pushed the boundaries of technology. The cutting-edge technologies necessary to build particle accelerators have found applications that go well beyond scientific research. Today, there are over 40,000 accelerators around the world. Only 3% of them are used for fundamental research. The rest are in industry or in hospitals to treat patients. The gigantic detectors built by physicists to explore the unknown have fueled new developments in many fields. From medical imaging to security to art authentication and restoration, all the way to space exploration. To cope with the huge amount of data generated by the collisions in the detectors, scientists are constantly pushing the limits of computing technology, such as the grid, a system to share computer power and data storage across computing centers around the world, AI, and quantum computing. The new theories, concepts, and discoveries emerging from current and future research in particle physics will forever feed the virtual circle of knowledge and innovation. This interconnected journey will continue to unfold and is far from over.
Video, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Love
that's
that.
a tribute to fundamental science.
What a place, right?
Important, yes.
Okay, it's going to be an exam at the end, so I want to see how many questions everyone gets. Well, look, not only are we live here at this incredible place that is CERN, we're also streaming live on YouTube around the world, and also we're soon to be joined by our international finalists from 9 countries around the world. Should we run through them, Paolo, in
Yeah, let's wrap
alphabetical
them
order?
up. Let's start
Yep.
with, by alphabetical order, Australia,
Bulgaria,
the Czech Republic,
Germany,
Italy,
Poland,
South Africa,
Switzerland,
and the United Kingdom.
Yes.
9 countries.
9 countries. So we are live, which means anyone watching live, we have a live chat. So do let us know where in the world you are joining us from, and we'll try to say hello to you later. Big, big thanks to our international partner organizations who run FameLab across the globe. Their support enables us to continue inspiring and to connecting people through science. And some of you are here in the room right now, so let's do another long list, Paolo. Let's do a list of country partner shout-outs.
Right, the Foundation for the WNA Museum in Australia.
Thank you. Beautiful Science in Bulgaria.
Charles University in the Czech Republic.
Bielefeld Marketing in Germany.
Psiquadro in Italy.
Glad you said that one. University of Silesia and the Silesian Science Festival, Katowice.
Jive Media Africa, National Research Foundation, and SASTA, South Africa.
Life Science Zurich, Bioscience Network, and the Graduate Centre at the University of Zurich in Switzerland.
And obviously, bringing this all together for us tonight, the team at the Cheltenham Festivals in the UK.
Thank you, each and every one of all those people we've just named, for continuing to fly the FameLab flag. We really, really appreciate your support. Thank you.
We should also give a big word of thanks to the CERN public event partners too. So the CERN Science and Society Foundation, the Transport Public Genevois, and the Fondation Alcea.
So it's been a really long journey to get here. We've reached the big grand finale. That's what today is all about, the international final, where, as you heard in that video, the finalists have 3 minutes to share their science in an engaging and an entertaining way. They can use props, but they can't use slides.
No slides. And last but not least, to complete our journey with us, a very important task is that of the jury. Sitting with us tonight, 3 physicists, although most of the contenders are not physicists, that's great, it's going to be great to see. We have for the jury, Julia Wojte, here with us tonight, a trained teacher and science education specialist. Most of the things that are shown on this stage, Science Gateway, come from Julia's teams. She's the education lead at CERN Science Gateway with a decade of experience in particle physics education. Then we have second judge.
Next up, we have Carissa Cesarotti, a theoretical physicist specializing in search. Yeah, come on. Wait till you hear the bio. Theoretical physicist specializing in searching for new fundamental particles and forces, no biggie. She began a career in physics at Cornell University before coming to CERN to work on the NA62 experiment. After that, you did your PhD in high-energy theoretical physics at Harvard University, wow. Then moved on to your first postdoctoral position at MIT, and then you're here at CERN. That is quite the academic CV. Outside of physics, you enjoy cycling through Switzerland, and I love this, you're a fervent believer that almost anything can be a DIY project.
Wonderful. And last but not least, a FameLab winner, Claire Lee. Claire is a particle physicist, experimentalist from South Africa, one of the countries represented here. Fantastic science communicator, I have to say. The first time I saw her was on a FameLab stage. Amazing. She's been in the biggest experiments at CERN, Atlas first, and then CMS, both at the LHC, with a short passage through neutrinos at the neutrino platform, the Protodune. So very glad to have you, the 3 of you tonight. And it's going to be a tough job.
I mean, what an amazing, amazing lineup. One more huge round of applause, please, for our 3 incredible judges this evening. So, judges, as Paula says, you do have a very tough job, okay? First of all, you just need to sit there and listen to our incredible finalists do their presentation. Then ask a couple of questions as follow-ups so they can reply to you. And then, when all of the finalists have presented, your job, and I don't envy you this, you're going to have to go huddle, debate, argue, fight, whatever it takes, okay? Because you're going to choose 2 joint runners-up. 1 person then to be crowned the FameLab International Champion 2025, okay? So we're looking for 3 names from you.
3 winners.
3 winners at the end. That's it. I mean, easy, right?
Yeah, very simple.
Yeah. Now, as you heard in the video, the FameLab video earlier, FameLab is judged on the 3 C's, content, clarity, and charisma. So judges, we're going to come to you to ask for a little summary of what essentially that means to you. I think I'll come to Julia first. Makes sense with your role. Content. What does content mean for you?
So content, we're looking for talks that are scientifically accurate, but at the same time well chosen and adapted to any broad audience, not too complicated, not overly simplified, and as well structured as a story.
Perfect. No easy task.
Well said.
Yeah.
Carissa, you're a theoretical physicist. Clarity is essential for your formulas on the Blackbird. Tell us what you expect to judge with this criterion of clarity.
Right, so we're looking for talks that are easy to follow, even for non-experts like us, the physicists, well as we're happy to hear about other kinds of science tonight. And it should be clear and concise with an obvious message.
Awesome, thank you so much. And last but not least, brings us to charisma. How would you define that, Claire?
Right, so we are looking for charisma. It's very hard to be charismatic, we're not looking at the audience, so I'm going to do this. So we're talking about the whole package, the way that your talk works, the way that you hold your presence on stage, and we really just want you to grab our attention right at the start, and then hold it there for the full 3 minutes until the end. So best of luck, all of you.
You got it.
Thank you, Claire. That was fantastic. And of course, there is no competition without prizes.
Prizes, yes.
I'm sure everybody wants to know, what are we going to win?
Yes, please.
So we have those wonderful 3 trophies for the 2 joint runners-up and the FameLab International competition winner. And the overall winner will also get an experience, which is the best kind of prizes. They will get to go to the Cheltenham Science Festival experience this summer in 2026 in June, including travel, accommodation, free tickets to events, meetings and opportunities of encounters with international scientists, engineers and researchers. That's amazing. And obviously, the ultimate prize, the glory of the title of being crowned FameLab International Winner 2025.
I can strongly recommend one cheer. I can strongly recommend Cheltenham Science Festival. It's an absolutely brilliant science festival. They also get CERN goodie bags as well.
Yes, everybody gets CERN
I'm really
goodies
hoping
bag.
I get one as well.
It depends if you behave well till the end of the day.
Noted. There's one more title up for grabs. You will have heard it in the video earlier. And there's one more trophy up for grabs as well. And that is...
the audience favorite.
It's the audience favorite. So you, the audience here in the room, and people watching live, you get to vote and choose the audience favorite.
Yes, the audience favorite can be the same winner as a joint runner-up or the overall winner, can be the same person. The judges have nothing to say about the audience winner. It's only you in the room and people remotely that can vote. There will be a QR code that will be aired on social media and also shown behind my back. It's a voting QR code. It's not there yet. For now, the QR code you see will tell you more about the participants.
So, are you ready to meet our finalists? Now, you're clearly not, apart from that group in the corner, you're not ready enough, okay? Are you ready to meet this year's finalists?
Yes.
That's better. We want to go full Eurovision tonight, okay? I'm living out my dream. So, here's how it's going to work. We're going to introduce a finalist. Then we're going to do a 1-minute video postcard, Eurovision style, right? Before they then join us on stage. We're also going to give you some clues about the country that they are from, and you're going to try to guess that, just in your own head, or tell your neighbour, it's up to you. So, our first finalist, here we go. First finalist, clues for finalist number 1.
She's from the same region as I am.
That's too much of a clue. Okay, some of them might know that, some of them might know that. Okay, they're from a place where ancient ruins meet sunlit seas. Italy, correct.
Italy is not a region,
but the
it's
region
a country.
is Puglia?
Puglia.
Puglia.
Yes.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, some interesting facts about our first finalist. She loves cozy cafes, the winter sea, and the smell of fresh cinnamon rolls. Me too. She doesn't like shallow small talk, all be noted on that one if you chat to her later. She loves mystery novels, wandering through new places, and Brit rock. So DJ, cue the Oasis walk-on music, yes? No. Okay, right, our first finalist is Georgia Francesca with her talk entitled Flashes in the Dark Room, Restoring Blurred Memories, and she'll be joining us on stage after
the
this
video.
Hi everyone, I'm Giorgia Francesca Scramozzi. I'll be representing Italy at the FameLab International Finals in Geneva. I'm a neuropsychologist and I work on gamma band oscillation as biomarkers of neurocognitive disorders through non-invasive brain stimulation techniques. FameLab was the great chance to bring my research to a broader public, sparkling curiosity in them. Hopefully, we'll see each other in Geneva and we'll dance together.
every photograph begins with a flash. A single burst of light freezes a moment, then the image slowly develops on paper. First shadows, then outlines, then the faces we recognize. But over time, photos lose their clarity, and at some point, we may no longer recognize who it was. We take countless mental snapshots, even without noticing. Right now, for instance, my brain is taking a picture of you. Your faces are processed in the visual cortex, where edges, colors, expressions begins to take shape. Then voice, emotion, context are added, transforming a glance into something meaningful. And one day, if we meet again, I might say, I know that face, I know you. At the core of this process is a fast, delicate brain rhythm, gamma waves. In the brain's darkroom, they're like the reagent that develops the image on paper, helping turn perception into recognition. But with aging, and even more in Alzheimer's disease, this rhythm grows unstable. As gamma waves lose their strength and synchrony, the developing light in the brain's darkroom flickers. The face that once appeared clearly on the mental photograph begins to fade away. First, the details, the smile, the color of the eyes, then, gradually, the entire image dissolves until it becomes an unrecognizable blur. So we should understand when this fading begins and how we might bring back the image into focus. Using EEG, we can peek inside the brain's darkroom while the image is still developing. We can analyze the power and coordination of gamma waves to detect early signs of instability, long before symptoms appear. But the most hopeful part is that we are not just observers of this process. We can intervene using sensory neuromodulation, specifically light flickers. Pulses of light tuned to the frequency of gamma, acting like new reagent in the developing image, encouraging gently the brain to regain its natural synchrony. In animal models, gamma stimulation has proved to reduce the toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer. In humans, results are encouraging. It strengthens cognitive functioning, supporting associative memory, including the ability of recognizing a face and remembering their name. So imagine turning the pages of your mind's album and finding a face you thought was lost. A flicker of recognition rising from the blur. This is the vision driving my research, to do for fading memories what light does in a dark room. Because even in the brain, every memory begins with a flash. Thank you.
Whoa.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for starting us off and kicking us off. It's a hard thing to do, and you did it absolutely beautifully.
Very much.
And you painted some fantastic pictures in our minds as well and told us about a lot of interesting research, so thank you.
You can be happy with your performance.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're going to take a couple of questions from the judges.
Yes.
Julia, over to you first if we can.
Now I'm very intrigued. Do you think this will ever have an application for us to help us learn, do our homework better, do our PhD better? So instead of just using it to keep fading memories, do you see any other applications maybe?
Yes, actually, we have checked if resting state gamma waves do predict better performance in memory, and it actually does. But the interesting part is that we can power this up. So we can support cognition even in healthy adults. It does have an effect indeed. So hopefully we can help each other working better, study better.
Thank you. Thanks, Julia. Let's go for a second question. Claire.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was really interesting. Out of interest, how long does it take for this process when you're forming the flash? How long does that process take?
Okay, the main idea we're working on is that we are using 40 Hz gamma stimulation as a probe to check whether we can stimulate the brain and see if there's a non-invasive biomarker of Alzheimer's disease or cognitive decline in general. But we are working also on longer stimulation sessions for therapy, so it would be daily stimulation sessions, hopefully 1 hour of stimulation. Alzheimer's disease it's quite a hard and complex condition. It is neurodegenerative, but as long as we can support the more the cognition, the better it would be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, judges, for your questions. And first, thank you so much
Thank you, Francesca.
for kicking us off. It was absolutely brilliant. Cheers. You can have a rest now. You can have a watch everyone else.
Yes, I will enjoy.
Huge round of applause.
So, finalist number 2 doesn't come from very far away. It comes from a country where there are 4 official languages. I'm talking about German, French, Italian, and Romansh, which is spoken, I learned today on the radio, in 60,000 people in Switzerland speak Romansh. So, next country is Switzerland. Our finalist adores non-human animals and the forest, so it's a good country for that. She doesn't like skiing, though. Not a good country for that. And we are very pleased to welcome on the stage, after the video, Sayen Lee with the talk, Guardians of the Forest with Poop Power.
Hi everyone, my name is Sayen Lee. I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Zurich. I study what makes primates, including humans, social and curious, from rainforest to daily life. I love sharing science in creative ways, from performances to scientific plays. And I can't wait to meet you all and see you very soon.
Sayen Lee.
What is intelligence? Humans are often seen as mega intelligent, but on Earth, there are over 500 non-human primate species living, each surviving on their own way. So if we want to see all these wild and beautiful forms of intelligence, we better throw this human-centered lens away and open our eyes together now. So, when you imagine superheroes, you might picture like Superman or Spider-Man or Iron Man with spectacular powers. But today, I want to introduce you to very unexpected heroes. They don't wear capes and they swing through treetops, and their superpower, it's poop. Yeah, I mean, it's poop. Like, it's really adorable, right? So, up in the canopy, gibbons, primates, travel from tree to tree to search for ripened fruit. And, ripened fruit, and to survive, they need to remember where fruit trees are and when they're ripened using their intelligence. But here's the twist. This intelligence doesn't just feed them, it feeds the entire forest. And when gibbons eat the fruits, the seeds travel safely through their digestive system, and when they poop, a forest gets a delivery of poop parcels full of seeds, each wrapped in natural fertilizer. So if gibbons stayed on the tree where they ate the fruit and then pooped right underneath it, all those poops with seeds would pile up in one place, and then too many seeds and too much competition and no new growth. But thankfully, gibbons are such a sensible poopers, and they're the most effective long-distance seed dispersers in these forests. A single gibbon, like this one, can spread 100 seeds away from just one plant species in a single day by pooping. So when they know where to poop, like here and there, they create new chances for life. So for example, this poop ball, they have different seeds here, and also another one to make another seeds here. So the hidden future of the forest in each poop parcel. And not all animals are this good at it. For example, squirrels, they spread 50% of seeds away from the tree where they were eaten. And macaque monkeys, 10%. But gibbons, 90%. And those seeds travel more than 500 meters away from the tree. So again, thanks to our superheroes, gibbons, namely the guardians of the forest, those colorful seeds, which are the future of the forests, would take root in the soil that would otherwise stay empty, and that's how the forest gets alive and biodiverse. So next time when you think of a poop, it's not just something smelly. Remember, it's a very wonderful superpower that gibbons use every day to guard and to grow the rainforest.
Well done, Shiny. Well done. Lots of props. That takes some courage. So we now have a couple of questions from the judges, starting with Carissa. What do you want to ask Sain?
Yeah, so thanks for the very engaging talk. So my question for you is, do you have a sense of what the biggest change in the ecosystem would be if it weren't for the gibbons' heroic efforts?
Yeah, that's basically the main message of this talk. So it's not only about the gibbons, but each animal, each has very different role in their ecosystem. So it's not only about like, okay, maybe there is no gibbon, then one piece of the puzzle of the rainforest is missing. It's all about the connectivity. So if gibbons are not there and not doing their shitty jobs, then it means that there's no plant growing well, and there are like an overlap of trees, which means the forest will collapse at any time.
So it's a very delicate balance. Julia.
I have to ask, how does research look like? Do you really run around in the rainforest to collect? Yes.
I need to clarify, if anyone is, having this dream job to follow gibbons in the rainforest, you really need to get ready to have your sheets on your head. I'm sorry, but that happened, and I already experienced like 10 times by myself. And whom I invited, also they experienced it. So yes, we run away, we follow them from 5 a.m. till they sleep, which is like 5, 6 p.m., all the way along the rainforest.
It's a nice adventure. You don't get bored.
Never, yeah. My body, yes, but my brain always alive.
You get tired, but not bored. Thank you. Big applause to Cindy. You can join your colleague in the seat and enjoy the rest of the
So they're considerate poopers because they help spread the seeds, but they're clearly not super considerate on you. Right. As we clear up this poop, our third finalist, here's a clue, okay, see if you can work this out. So our third finalist hails from a part of the country that is known for its Italian-style flair. It features lively outdoor tables, colourful buildings, and narrow streets. It sounds very Italian, but it's not Italy. Anyone guess the country? Even bonus points.
We've already got Italy.
Yeah. Anyone guess the country? Even more points if you can guess the actual town or city. No, so we're talking about Germany, and we're talking about specifically Regensburg in Germany. So our third finalist loves big challenges and big cups of coffee, decaffeinated, same as me, love it. She's not a fan of getting up early, so it's very good that this is in the evening. We timed that well. She's a keen road cyclist, especially in the mountains. So I'm hoping she's going to come and take her helmet off and then kind of launch into the speech. Our third finalist is Naomi Weitzel with a talk entitled How Light Brightens Tiny Particles Superpowers after this video.
It's the right place to talk about tiny particles.
A dear colleague of mine has already participated last year, and she actually became second, and I was inspired by her, so I decided to apply for this year. I loved it. It was awesome, especially the experience of the collaborative brainstorming to make the talks of everyone even better than they were before. In that specific moment, to be honest, I was completely overwhelmed, but now, as some time has passed, I feel extremely honored to represent Germany in the FameLab International Finals.
Okay, tonight I want to shed some light on what superpowers and rare earth elements may have in common. But hold on a second, rare earth elements, what was that about again? I know I've heard about them in the news recently, but what do they have to do with superpowers? That's what I'll be going to talk about in the next few minutes. But first, we need to talk about light. Because visible light not just turns night into day, but also it comes in many different colors. And these different colors have different amounts of energy. While blue light is strong and contains large amounts of energy, red light is weak, sorry, excuse me. This difference is even more pronounced in light which we cannot see. Ultraviolet light, for instance, is so energetic that it can cause sunburn, while infrared light is harmless and therefore often used in heat lamps. However, we can also convert light from one hue into another, and that works usually by converting higher energy light, such as blue light or ultraviolet light, into light with less energy. By the way, that is also how the glowing stars work that you may remember from your childhood bedroom ceiling. But what if we did the exact opposite, turned weak light into stronger light? That sounds impossible, as we would need to make a lot out of a little. But is it really? That is what the superpowers of rare earth elements are all about. In my work, I deal with really, really tiny particles. In fact, they are about 10 million times smaller than this particular particle here. And they are made from rare earths. And since rare earth elements can accumulate light energy, we can think of that particle just like a tiny piggy bank for light. And our coins are infrared light. So in other words, we just feed the particle with infrared light, and when enough of it has been collected, blue light with higher energy is emitted. So what is actually happening here is not just really superpowers, but rather pure physics. However, these particles can develop real superpowers when we may use them in the field of medicine, because there are active substances, such as this dye, that can react to light and can be then used to treat cancer in a targeted manner. However, unfortunately, these dyes usually require light with a large amount of energy to work. But if we now combine that dye with our harmless blue glowing particle and the infrared light, we can use that to kill cancer cells without damaging healthy tissue. And that is where the particles reveal their true superpowers. They transform harmless heat radiation into a therapeutic tool that is gentle on the body, however powerful against cancer.
Strong prop game. Very strong prop game from lots of our finalists. I'm not coming too close to that. Right, let's get a few questions for you. Claire, let's go to you.
Thanks, I'm still reeling from the killing of the cancer over there. In fact, tell me more about your props. How did you decide to do
Okay, well, I thought of how could I picture the particles that are extremely, extremely small. So I decided to go just for a huge one. And in fact, our particles are similar to globes, so I decided to use a global prop. And then I needed to find an analogy for the accumulation of NIR radiation in the particles, and I came up with the piggy bank picture because that illustrates very well how the particles might work from a more simpler perspective. So that is why I decided to use that one.
Thanks. Carissa.
Yeah, so you gave us a very important example of medical technologies. However, I'm a theoretical physicist, so I don't care about real-world applications. Can you think of other ways that we can use this research besides this very important application that you mentioned?
Sure. So one problem is that in the light spectrum and the non-visible spectrum, infrared light has a very high concentration. No, it is very highly distributed, and we would need to make use of that NIR radiation. And we surely can think of using those nanoparticles to collect or harvest the NIR radiation, for example, for energy applications like in photovoltaics, because this radiation is still, which is not accessible with photovoltaics, and therefore we could also use nanoparticles as application.
Thank you so much. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Naomi.
Time for our number 4 finalist. Comes from a country right in the center of Europe, used to be called Bohemia. I'm talking about the Czech Republic. And our candidate, she loves dancing, hiking, and the eternal question is, do I do science or do I dance? And she completed her doctorate a few days ago, so congratulations already,
nice.
Without having to extend her studies. So, ladies and gentlemen, Here is Christina Scupa just after the video.
A lot of people think that science is just for scientists, and it's not true. I like speaking, and I want to try speak in front of the audience about what I'm passionate about. My research is about searching methodology for detecting anabolic steroids in meat.
It's been 15th birthday of FameLab in the Czech Republic, and we are really looking forward to the international audience.
Would you like a burger and extra bacon and just a little bit of anabolic steroids? No? Well, that might be a bit of a problem. And why does it even bother you? Are you afraid of infertility, cancer, or heart failure? Oh, I got that, because those are possible side effects of anabolic steroids, so maybe you'd rather pass. Because this is a true story with a taste of something darker. Something is hidden in the meat, some silent seasoning. Basically, you are swallowing the leftovers of a science experiment you were not told about. Anabolic steroids. You probably know steroids from bodybuilding, where they help men grow big muscles. It's the same with animals. After anabolic steroid application, animals grow faster, and the amount of meat is much higher. That's why meat producers started using them. However, in all states in the European Union is a strict ban for using anabolic steroids due to concern about negative side effects I mentioned earlier. I know Switzerland is not part of the European Union, but you have the same rules. Trust me, I checked it. So, how is it possible that we still need to worry about steroids in Europe? It's mainly because of imported meat, especially from countries like USA or Argentina, where they use steroids widely. And after that, fraud happens and black market is always one step ahead. Of course, we do have control laboratories in Europe, but their current detection methods are no longer sufficient. Let's imagine it like this. If we use high concentration of single anabolic steroid, it exceeds the detection threshold, and we can find it easily. But if we use cocktails of different anabolic steroids at once, each one in very low concentrations, and these concentrations are below the detection threshold, we cannot find them. But together, they are just strong or even stronger as a single high dose. And that's the problem. But all hope is not lost. In Brno, we are fighting back. We're creating a new methodology for steroid detection based on histology and proteomics, and we're searching for some markers or imprints left behind by anabolic steroids to reveal the seasoning that has been hidden in the food for too long. So one day soon, if you bite into the burger, it will be just that, a burger. No secrets, no silent seasoning. And we will be able to say, bon appétit, and without worries. And like this, you can look like even without steroids.
Well done, Christina. Are you ready for some questions from the jury?
I hope so.
Okay, let's start with Julia.
You open up a whole new world for me. I have to consider my meat consumption. Do you still eat burgers?
Oh, yes, because I love them.
And yeah, thank you. I will continue then as well. Thank you.
Claire.
As someone who also loves and eats burgers, what would your message be to consumers to be aware of this?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say because we cannot say that for 100% you get a cancer or you will have heart problems if you consume the meat. The problem is that we cannot make experiments from you, from people. We just can test these animals. And we know what damages on the animals are. But if you eat these animals, we can just presume what it's done to you, you know? So, for example, in the US, if I told them, for 100%, I'm 100% sure that you get a cancer from this burger, I think they did never use anabolic steroids at all, but we cannot do that. We just can presume these like negative side effects on the humans.
Happy? Thank you, Christina. With
Thank
the
you so
silent
much.
seasoning, go enjoy the rest of the
Thank
evening
you.
while we proceed to our fifth finalist.
Also, happy birthday, Czech Republic, for 15 years of FameLab.
All right.
As well, yeah, happy
Yes.
birthday. Yeah, our fifth finalist, okay, here we go, pop quiz, joins us from the country that holds the most rugby world titles.
Is that New Zealand?
Come on. Come on.
Rugby.
South Africa's the answer. South Africa's the answer.
Yes or no?
So we asked our fifth finalist what he loves, and he says ice cream, donuts, and napping. Very good. We asked what he doesn't like, and understandably he said melted ice cream, stale donuts, and interrupted naps. Very clever. So I'm going to go and wake him up. Our next finalist is Luther for his talk entitled Turning Data into Dinner after this video.
Like most people, I found myself thinking a lot about the future. I think about the kind of future we envision for ourselves, and most importantly, what it will take for us to get there. Hi, my name is Luther. I'm a doctoral researcher at Stellenbosch University, working at the intersection of artificial intelligence and food systems. In my research, I envision a future with zero hunger. FameLab brought together science communicators from 10 institutions across South Africa to share ideas about different and positive futures. FameLab felt like a place that could equip and empower a young scientist like myself to share my vision with people beyond my lab. I am determined to use this voice to turn a shared vision into a shared future, one with zero hunger. All around the world, we are in a race with time, and every second counts. To put this into perspective, in just 3 minutes, about 20 children somewhere around the world will die from hunger-related causes. Even though evidence has shown us time and again there is more than enough food to feed each and every one of us. As a matter of fact, the United Nations' most recent report on the state of global food and nutrition security clearly indicates that food production and reserves are more than adequate to feed up to 10 billion people, which is more than the current global population. This alone leads us to what feels like a simple question on the surface, but actually quite complex when you begin to investigate. Why is hunger still a global grand challenge? Well, research on food security shows that the problem is not just food itself. It's more so about timing. The challenge is how to accurately predict when and where hunger will strike before it's too late. In order to address this challenge, I use machine learning, which is a type of artificial intelligence, AI, to detect the early warning signs of hunger using historical data. I want you to think of machine learning as a family of methods that can be used to train your computer to process and understand complex and large volumes of real-world data and information. In my case, I use machine learning to build what I call a digital superbrain, which is a system that demonstrates intelligence on a scale that no human mind can match. It's super fast, never forgets, doesn't get tired, and most importantly, it can be used to look into the future and warn us about the incoming dangers of hunger. So I trained this digital model using data collected from all over the world, looking at things such as rainfall patterns, drought, food prices, conflict, and even war. With each new piece of data and information that I feed into this digital brain, it keeps getting smarter and faster at recognizing the signs of hunger. Here's the shift my research brings. It demonstrates how AI, when used responsibly and intentionally, can be used to empower decision makers to act on time and hopefully accelerate our hunger towards zero hunger.
Thank you so much, Luther.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, let's jump straight to Carissa, please.
Wow, you all are making me feel quite guilty about what I do for a living. So thanks for making this planet better. So my question for you is that predicting hunger is half the battle, as you said in the end. Given that we have the information to predict it, what's the next step? How do people actually get food to where it needs to be?
Okay, that's very important. So the reality, let me just point out, the actual fact of food. The food is actually there, right? But then the problem is, how do we take it to where it needs to be on time? That's the challenge right there. But in order to do that, we need to be able to identify where it's actually needed. The problem now is, how do we do that, well in advance? So this requires a lot of futures thinking. It's a lot of anticipation. So what I do is reduce uncertainty so that people that are actually in decision-making roles can actually act on time.
Interesting. We'll do a quick question, Julia. Go on.
Yeah. What do you want the audience to take away from your talk today?
Okay, that's a very good question. So from this talk, I want people to realize that even though we may know what hunger is, the reality is most of us do not quite understand it. And actually, while you may have had, coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinner, there are people out there who are actually hungry. So from this, I want you to realize that solving hunger is not just another person's problem. It requires all of us, our collective and well-coordinated action. So everyone has a role to play in our contribution to zero hunger.
Thank you so much, Luther. Thank you. Thank you.
So we've done 5 finalists. So before we do the next 4, let's do a quick recap. Who we heard from, also for our judges.
Yes.
What we heard and where were they from.
Go on, you start.
I start with Giorgia Francesca Scaramuzzi from Italy with Flashes in the Darkroom, Restoring Blurred Memories.
Then we had Seyin from Switzerland with Guardians of the Forest with Poop Power.
We had Naomi Weitzel from Germany with How Light Brightens, Tiny Particles Superpowers.
Then we had Christina Skupa from the Czech Republic with The Silent Seasoning.
And just left the stage, Luther Chipembere from South Africa with Turning Data into Dinner.
What a new lot. Right, yeah, 5 down, 4 to go.
So for our 6th finalist, it's a country very close to us today, not geographically, but it's your country. It's the country of the Cheltenham Festivals. It's the UK. And the candidate loves Disney movies and music, is not a fan of dogs, not a fan of British weather, although she's living in the UK, but she's originally from India, where Bangalore is called the Silicon Valley. And her name is Spatika Jayaram, with a talk entitled Why Brains Matter, after the video.
To be honest, British weather is really rubbish.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Hi, I'm Spatika. I'm a PhD student in neuroscience and I'm here representing England. I love the concept of breaking down your work within 3 minutes to an audience that's very diverse and vast. And I've got to learn a huge amount of things from all my fellow competitors, and it's super exciting. As scientists, we spend a lot of time in our own bubbles, surrounded by our jargon and our comfort zones, and we forget the bigger picture. We're in an era where attention spans are dwindling, so learning to communicate in shorter and shorter periods of time is only going to help us. I'm most excited about understanding social behaviors because I think that defines us as a species. It's also something that vastly changed when I moved 8,000 miles from home to do my PhD, and I've always been interested in understanding the brain circuits that make us social beings.
We're here today to talk about science. So why not talk about the science of FameLab? Because I was thinking, one of the reasons why FameLab is as popular as it is because it takes something from you that you dispense with on a minute-by-minute basis, your attention. And today we're going to go into your brains and understand what they do when you try to pay attention to this talk and what might happen when your mind starts to wander away into its happy place, like mine was doing this morning as I sat through Swiss Air's supposedly life-saving airline safety demonstration. I remember the steward picking up the seatbelt and going, you pull the strap to tighten, you lift the buckle to release. And I thought, what if we could understand attention the same way? What if one action could tighten our focus and one could release it? This is no longer science fiction. Neuroscientists have started to uncover the fundamental basis of what makes us pay attention to things and what causes us to be distracted. And to do this, they've started to go deep inside all of your brains, down to your brain cells called neurons, and they've learned to listen. You see, just like you and I talk using words, your neurons are communicating to each other using the language of electrical impulses. By recording their electrical activity, we can eavesdrop on these conversations and listen to what they're saying when you pay attention versus when you're distracted. And it turns out that when your mind is wandering away in its happy, zoned-out state, your neurons are speaking a slow-paced language, the language of ripples, like they might do when you're washing dishes on a Sunday evening. But suppose you hear the fire alarm ring and you have to jump back to focus. Your neurons are now speaking a different language, the fast-paced language of spikes. So in this way, your neuronal conversations literally oscillate between the spikes that tighten your attention and the ripples that release it. And what this can help us do one day is help people living with attentional disabilities, which is characteristic of several neuropsychiatric disorders, where people struggle to switch from one task to another because they're unable to regulate their attention and focus. We can now target our therapies to the very root of the issue, these tiny neuronal conversations. And at the end of the day, we're a weird society. On one hand, we crave attention, and on the other, we're starved for it. So the next time someone asks you about the science of FameLab, remember that today wasn't just about you and me in communication. It was all the way down to your neurons, the seatbelts of your attention, chattering away in conversation. Thank you.
Well done, well done. So we have questions from the judges, starting with Claire.
Thank you so much. As someone with ADHD, I found this very, very interesting. So, in fact, this research that you're talking about, how does this differ from traditional methods of combating attention deficit stuff, like with stimulants?
Right, so we have a lot of therapies in place right now, which are helpful for many different types of people, but they're also not helpful for all types of people because we're all individual in different ways and we respond differently to drugs and other forms of therapy. So the reason I talked about this is because it's in a preclinical stage and it's very important to give light to these early stages of research because they could one day translate back to where therapies are today, because our therapies were also started off at the preclinical stage. And the hope is that we can one day use these neuronal conversations, which are ubiquitous to everybody, to sort of help everybody.
Good. Carissa, your question to Spatika.
Great, so thanks again for the presentation. So my question to you is, do you have any therapies in place that can wean the population off of TikTok?
I think, okay, I'm from India. India has a TikTok ban.
A very good example. Is that enough of a reply? Are you happy with that?
Reply.
Thank you. Thank you. Go back to your seat and enjoy the rest of the talks.
Thank you so much.
Where are we, Greg?
Right, finalist number 7 hails from the country with the longest fence in the world.
Is that America?
Australia, 10 points,
wow.
well done. So our next speaker loves karaoke and Wicked the musical. I went and saw the second film at the weekend. It's good, really enjoyed it, recommend it. She is not a fan of licorice, mosquitoes, and thinking that there's one more crisp in the crisp packet, but there isn't. We all feel your pain. Our next finalist is Tammy Lee with a talk entitled Atypical Embryo, ? After this video.
Welcome to the Australian FameLab National Final of 2025. They are the new emerging voices of Australian science who are going above and beyond to communicate their science to not only their peers, but also to industry and general society. Our contestants have been training for the best part of this year, entering through several competition rounds, including state semi-finals, to reach the Australian finals here tonight.
Initiatives like FameLab are so important because they support diverse, dynamic role models who connect with the community and inspire the next generation of scientists.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 FameLab winner is Tammy Lee.
I can't believe it, to be honest. I'm shaking still. I don't know if you can see, but yes, I am excited. I thoroughly encourage everyone to apply for FameLab.
Take a look at your thumb. Now, that's 85 million cells there, but you're made of a lot more. If we rewind the clock a little bit though, we all started with just 2 cells. The egg and the humble sperm. These are definitely not to scale, by the way. The egg is 10,000 times larger than the sperm cell. I work with these tiny human cells in the lab of a fertility clinic because for some hopeful parents, science plays a role in growing their families. The egg and the sperm form an embryo, and it's my job to look at a group of embryos and pick the one with the greatest potential for successful pregnancy. Now, traditionally, embryos are selected based on their still image. But my research uses time-lapse videos. I like to call them embryo movies. So let's zoom in. We expect to see a cell of an embryo divide from 1, boom, to 2 cells, then 4, 8, and so on. But this doesn't always happen. I've seen a cell of an embryo divide, but then merges to 1 again. Wait, what? That's not in the textbook. I've even seen a cell of an embryo divide, but into 3 cells, not 2. Definitely not in the textbook either. As these funky embryos don't follow the textbook, they're often overlooked and even discarded, as they're assumed to have the wrong number of chromosomes. But for me, I wanted to know, do these funky embryos have potential? And are we dismissing those that deserve a chance? Because for that hopeful parent, the funky embryo might be all they have in the lab. Their one chance at having their baby. So, for my PhD, I watched the movies of these funky embryos, frame by frame, and some of them can make it. They can self-correct by removing abnormal cells from forming part of the embryo entirely. And they can implant and become healthy, beautiful babies. My research is helping us in the lab make better decisions for more hopeful parents. And the future of fertility science? If you ask me, I think it's pretty egg, cell, ent.
Thank you, Tammy. Enjoyed that. Love a pun. Julia, I'll go to you.
can you tell us a bit more about your research methodology? You really sit in front of a screen and you look at those images?
Essentially, yes. So we have special incubators in the lab that takes photos of the embryos every 10 minutes across 7 different focal planes. So what we're doing, essentially what I did was track every single cell to see if it did a funky division like that, and then keep tracking that one to see if it indeed self-corrects by removing it from forming part of the embryo entirely. It is, I will say, it's very manually taxing. So AI, I'm coming for you after my PhD.
Yeah, fascinating next chapter. Claire, please.
Thanks. I understand this is beyond this question is beyond the scope of the research, but what are the ethical implications of, for example, using one of these atypical embryos?
So, by ethical implications, I believe my personal belief is we should be giving every embryo that has the potential a chance. So some of these hopeful parents, they may be of high maternal age, they will have a really low chance of becoming pregnant. So I believe that even though the risk, I guess the percentage is very low, the best place is in the body to put it back. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Great
much.
stuff. Cheers. Thank you.
So we got to number 8. Our penultimate finalist is from a country whose alphabet has 32 unique letters and the words have a lot of consonants. I have a colleague in my team from Poland. And our candidate, she likes the weather when it's a little foggy, maybe a romantic type, likes snowboarding, rock climbing, doesn't like spring because of allergies. And her name is Natalia, and she's going to talk about better batteries built from Lego bricks after the usual video.
FameLab Poland shines bright once again, proudly hosted by the University of Silesia in Katowice. And here's what you need to know about our region. It's a buzzing place of science, technology, and innovation. In Silesia, we are passionate about science communication. That's why we host and organize the Silesian Science Festival Katowice, one of Europe's largest science events. Curiosity, creativity, and passion all run in our blood, so we're proud to be part of the FameLab community. During the national final, we celebrated the power of science. And now, it's time to present our winner, Natalia Izdebska from the Warsaw University of Technology, who will introduce you to better batteries built from Lego bricks. Natalia, the stage is yours.
If I had to sum up my research in 4 words, it would be batteries will be better. I work on batteries, which everyone uses every day. You certainly know the feeling when, during an extremely important scrolling session, your phone gives its last beep and discharges completely. And maybe you wonder, why do electric cars have such bad PR in Europe? It's because you cannot drive from Geneva to Warsaw on a single charge, and there are either few charges on the way or they're all occupied. But what if I told you we can only charge our phones once a week? Or what if we could buy an electric car that would allow us to travel half of Europe on a single charge? This is exactly what the research in my PhD will be used for. Currently, all batteries are based on lithium. It's very expensive. Batteries, let's be honest, do not have the highest capacities. They work for a short time. They quickly lose their original lifespan. My solution to these problems is magnesium. Magnesium is the 5th most common element in Earth's crust. We have high probability that there is magnesium in the sun that we brought here in our shoes. Everything would be great, but magnesium batteries do not want to work. Why? Magnesium is not such reactive metal as lithium. It undergoes passivation. That means it's covered with an insulating layer on the surface. it would be best if the charge in the battery was carried by ions. Magnesium doesn't want to disintegrate into ions. It has 2 positive charge, which is hard to maintain in a battery. But this is where my research comes in. On a white horse, I add supramolecular compounds to these non-functioning magnesium cells. Such compounds are huge organic structures that we, chemists, can build from chemical blocks like Lego bricks. From Lego, you can build huge Mercedes G-Class or Large Hadron Collider model, and I can build these fancy chemical spheres. My molecules promote the formation of Mg2+ and act as a lens for them. Thanks to this, without any external interference, without passivation, the ion carries the charge in a battery. It's a bit like having as many lanes on the highway as there are currently cars on it, so that everyone can reach their destination without the need to overtake, traffic jams, dangers. A little spoiler, it all works. And I hope that in a few years I will have a smartwatch powered by magnesium battery on my wrist. My name is Natalia Izdebska. And remember me when you get in your magnesium battery-powered limo.
I definitely want to wait for that.
Oh yeah, I want a magnesium-powered G-Class.
So now we have questions. I'm sure our jury is very, very curious to ask you questions. And we start with Carissa.
Yeah, so thanks so much. So my question for you is, what is the improvement that we would get of magnesium over lithium? You can tell me either in time of driving or power output or whatever is the most convenient units.
It would be the cost. Okay. Right now, lithium is critical material. It's mined in third world countries with children's hands, and that's why we need to change the crucial material. So we are looking for something that is abundant and really cheap, and that's why we chose magnesium.
Good. Next question from Julia.
What excites you most about your research project?
Oh my God, I really love my molecules. You see, I drew them myself, and they act like little carriers of magnesium. So they just pass the magnesium between themselves, and it's really interesting to modify those molecules and to see how they pass the magnesium between them. It's like magic. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Natalia.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the rest of the evening. One more talk to go.
Yeah. Last but by no means least, our 9th and final finalist is from the sea capital of one of the oldest countries in Europe. One of the oldest countries in Europe. The sea capital is called Varna. Does that help?
Black Sea.
Shout it out. Oh, Bulgaria indeed. I think there's a few Bulgarians in. Our final finalist loves watching movies and dancing. There's a few dancers, aren't there, in the lineup? She's been dancing as a ballerina since she was 7. She's not a fan of dry, dull theory of ill-mannered people either. She's also a cadet studying to become a navigator, so I hope she finds a way to the stage.
I like that.
Our final finalist is DC with her talk entitled Biomimicry, Nature as the Ultimate Inventor, after this video.
The beautiful Science Foundation, home to the Sofia Science Festival, proudly restored FameLab in Bulgaria after an absence of 3 years. We set out to look for Bulgaria's 16th science communication champion. 5 heats in the capital Sofia, ancient Plovdiv, the Black Sea port city of Varna, and, for the first time ever in FameLab history, in Antarctica at the Bulgarian Antarctic base. Her name is Desislava Musinska, or simply Desi. I joined FameLab, she said, because I wanted to push myself. I love FameLab because it gives me a stage to share the ideas that genuinely excite me. It's not just about presenting science, it's about showing how alive and creative it can be. And now, please welcome ballet dancer turned future ship navigator and FameLab Bulgaria winner, Desi Musinska.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our biomimicry adventure across Japan, where every vehicle we take is inspired not by a human genius, but by nature. Our journey begins with the famous Shinkansen bullet train, Now, when Japan first built it, the train was really, really fast, like 300 miles per hour, but it was also really loud. The problem came because every time the train exited the tunnel, the air in front of it got so compressed that when it left the tunnel, it came out as a shockwave, disturbing nearby neighborhoods and wildlife. There was an engineer on the engineering team who also happened to be a bird watcher. One day he thought to himself, okay, how does the kingfisher, a type of bird, dive into the water without making a splash nor a noise? The answer is because of the aerodynamic shape of its beak, which optimizes the pressure gradient and reduces the aerodynamic drag. They redesigned the train to look like the kingfisher's beak, and voila! The noise was reduced, the train became 10% faster, and it was also 30% more energy efficient. Our journey continues with a ship. But not just any ship, a ship inspired by the scariest marine predator, the shark. If you zoom in on shark skin, you would see these tooth-like shaped scales called dermal denticles. Their shape is very specific. They have these channels which guide the water in one direction, thus generating streamwise vortices, which are basically little whirlpools in the water, which optimize turbulence and they also optimize the pressure gradient, and they reduce the hydrodynamic drag. Scientists got inspired by that, and they created a special covering for the ships. The ships became 11% faster. The fuel per voyage was also reduced by thousands of liters, and it also stopped biofouling because barnacles and other microorganisms stopped sticking to the hull of the ships. They also got inspired from that in other spheres like sports, and the technology got so successful that they had to ban it. But I'll tell you about that another time. And that's our journey. From kingfisher to shark. 2 animals, 2 genius ideas, 1 big lesson. Nature has already done it all, and all we have to do is just pay attention. We have to stop, observe, analyze, and take inspiration from it. And that's my time. I'm going to be late. The next genius engineer is waiting for me on my starboard. Last time I left him unsupervised, he actually tried to attach octopus tentacles to the coffee machine for better grip. Could you imagine? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Desi. Claire, I'll come straight to you.
Thank you. So what is a problem that you see in the world that you would like to be solved with some inspiration from nature?
Well, actually, as you know, pollution and climate change, those are very big problems, and I think we can take inspiration from nature to fix that, because nature has been evolving for about 3.8 billion years, and that's a lot of more experience than we humans have. So instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, we can actually stop and look at nature and see how they've done it. Thank you.
Carissa, please.
So if I understood correctly, you studied in Antarctica or have connections with Antarctica?
No, I studied to become a navigator at the Naval Academy in Varna.
Great, okay. So given that we discussed Antarctica and the ships, what do you think we could learn if you were able to go there and study the wildlife there, given it's such extreme situations?
Well, you can learn a lot, like, as I said, about climate change. You can also study the radiology there, and the ice, you can melt it and see what microorganisms existed there. Antarctica is like such an unexplored area, and I think that we should really explore it, go there, and just take inspiration from everything in there.
Thank you so much, Desi. Thank you so much, judges. Round of applause.
Thank you.
We got to the end.
That's it.
Yeah.
We did it.
So maybe we should recap.
Yes, okay, so let's do all 9 talks. So, Giorgia Francesca from Italy with Flashes in the Darkroom, Restoring Blurred Memories.
Zain from Switzerland with Guardians of the Forest with Poop Power.
Naomi from Germany with How Light Brightens Tiny Particles Superpowers.
Christina from the Czech Republic with The Silent Seasoning.
Luther from South Africa with Turning Data into Dinner.
Spatica from the United Kingdom, Why Brains Matter.
Tammy from Australia with Atypical Embryo.
Natalia from Poland with Better Batteries Built from Lego Bricks.
And Desi from Bulgaria with Biomimicry, Nature as the Ultimate Inventor. A huge round of applause, please, for all of our amazing, amazing finalists.
It's now time for you judges. You've seen it all. It's time for you to retreat, discuss, debate, fight, and you have to come back with 2 runner-ups and 1 FameLab International winner 2025.
Off you pop, go on. Good luck. Don't know how you're going to do this, because that was a phenomenal final.
Yeah.
And don't you lot watching, anyone sat here, anyone at home, we just need you for another couple of minutes, because there is another title up for grabs. Remember, that is the FameLab International Audience Favourite 2025.
And you are the judges.
Yeah, the power is now in your hands. So while the judges deliberate, we're going to give you time to vote. They normally take around about 15 minutes or so. So the audience vote is now... Open!
Officially open.
It's officially open. The QR code's up there.
To cast your vote, you can visit the website slido.com and enter hashtag FLI25 for FameLab International 25. Or, easier, scan the QR code just behind me. And for those watching online, you can still scan the same QR code on your screen and click on the link in the chat. So while you vote and the judges deliberate, we've got some special guests replacing us on stage here. Some special guys, they start their journey like the particles at CERN into a LINAC, a linear accelerator. They are called the LINACtors, and they are the CERN Dramatic Arts Club with their own personal interpretation of what FameLab is all about. I leave the floor to them and see you after.
Hello, good night. It's so nice to be here with this great audience.
Hello, FameLab 2025.
Yeah, and well, in FameLab 2025 now, that's what is starting now.
This is in FameLab.
Yeah, we are also scientists.
And engineers.
Yeah, and engineers, yeah.
Software developers.
Yeah, software developers.
Sometimes operators.
Well, we have presentations to bring to you as well. You guys brought your props?
You were supposed to.
I don't have any notes. I didn't prepare anything.
I think we have to make stuff up.
Oof.
Well, we can make up anything. I mean, all we need is to have, well, good topics. We can ask the audience.
Well, let's ask the audience.
Yeah, so let's do the following. I ask you to think about a scientific field that you really like, huh?
Like physics, chemistry, super general.
Like, let's count to 5, and on 5, you all shout at the same time a scientific topic that you like, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, lots of stuff.
Okay.
Wait.
Lots of stuff.
In these scientific fields, a topic that fascinates you, all right? Wait, let me count to 5. I went to school, I know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God, there's a lot.
I got
we're going
one.
to need some individually. A Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, the sense.
I've got one.
Particles.
Very good. Particles.
More stuff.
Black holes. Okay, I've got a topic.
I got a topic.
I heard.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to start?
I can start.
Fantastic.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, we can help you out.
Yes, you can be my props.
Yeah, sure, why
Or
not?
slides. All right.
Yeah,
we just,
something like that.
Yeah, I can count on you, I know. So I heard chaos theory. Chaos. We all dread it, whether we are politicians or people living their daily lives. You know, for physicists, chaos is a very special thing. There are some systems which we cannot really predict, like you can see here. There's, for example, double pendulums and non-stochastic systems. And this is pretty hard for physicists to tackle. Now,
I don't know what this is.
it's a chaotic system. It's chaos on stage. Now, you all have heard about the butterfly effect. Fun fact, World War I was caused by someone sneezing in the general direction of a butterfly, and that butterfly provoking inadvertently the beginning of World War I. Now, butterflies, we can see them here, flying through the stage so innocently. They look so beautiful, so gracious. Yet, a butterfly flapping their wings here can trigger an earthquake in the other side of the world. Now, our research showed that, in fact, chaos is really originated by butterflies. Butterflies are secret agents of chaos, as you can see here. They plot cunningly to derail our lives. And therefore, we have been researching a process to tame butterflies. So we have butterfly coaches that get in contact with butterflies.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
And
You need more local chaos.
Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad.
Through coaching, coaching in genetic engineering, we can make them flap their wings in a precise way that is not so dreadful for us.
Double the frequency, yeah?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
We call the trainers motivational speakers.
More jive.
Because they transform them into moths. Now, the result of our research led to a product where we have gracious butterflies that are well behaved, and we call them betterflies. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
So did the patterns on the butterfly's wings have anything to do with this chaos motion?
Yes, we are training with AI. Actually, some of the participants are helping us with their research. We are researching and patenting, of course. We want to make money out of this. Better movement pattern for butterflies, yes.
Very good.
Anyone has another presentation?
Yeah,
Oh,
I have one.
Oh, yes, sure. Go ahead.
Go for it. We help you, bro.
So, thank you and welcome all to our particle beam accelerator here. I would like to, so as much as we like to put the fun in fundamental science, we also like to give back to society things that are actually useful. Let me introduce you to tachyon beams. Here we see a typical situation in the office where you want to kind of stick things to other things. Let's say you want to hang a clock above your toilet, or you throw just ideas at the wall and nothing really sticks. Now, our scientists in our lab are hardly at work to accelerate fundamental particles, such as gluons, to ludicrous speeds with our state-of-the-art lab requirement.
Oh, he's going, he's going.
Perfect. Now, with this cutting-edge Klingon technology, we are working hardly to kind of put this into a product which we call the tachyonator. This will help you stack your ideas to anything faster than light. You will be done with your projects faster than 12 parsecs.
Tachyon.
Thank you very much.
Tachyon.
Very
Yes.
good. Oh, no question, just presentation.
How do you undo this? You just pry it off.
You use a glue off instead of a glue on.
Yes, glue on, glue off.
See?
Yeah.
Scientist.
Glue off. Yeah.
Very good. May I go?
Yep. Yes, of course.
I heard black holes from over here. So, black holes do an incredible thing where if you have two black holes, they can actually rotate around each other. They're spinning. They spin faster and faster until they merge into one. And when they do so, they chirp. And the wave of this chirp travels through gravity until it gets measured by our interferometer, which is, yes, exactly. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit into this interferometer. An interferometer is a laser beam made of two arms, which are perpendicular at 90 degrees. And you have mirrors, which reflects the lasers back. And so, you know, a gravity wave from this end will wobble this one, and a gravity wave from this one will wobble this one. And you see the difference between the two lasers. That's interferometry. Oh, that was too much science. We're talking nonsense. Let's have some nonsense. Let's reset this. Instead of the interferometer, something a little bit more closer to home, we could have the interferometer. So if you are a nosy neighbor at home, maybe you could have your own local interferometer, which could measure local collisions around your neighborhood. For example, if your neighbor crashes his car into a garage, your nosy neighbor's interferometer would pick up these signals.
I'm calling the cops.
Or maybe if there's a little scuffle outside the local pub.
I'm still calling the cops.
And the great thing is that interferometers can be combined with telescopes and even neutrino detectors to get a cohesive picture of the moment, which you can see here with our nosy neighbor's neutrino detector. And of course, trusty binoculars.
I cannot see anything, but I'm sure it's crossing me right now.
Thank you very much.
So wait, we need our presentations, but the judges are done.
Are you finished?
Well, we would like to have the public voting for which presentation they like the most.
Okay, let's vote.
So,
interferometer or the butterfly effect?
So, who votes for the interferometer? Applaud now. Wow.
I think it's
Who votes for tachyons? Applaud now. And who votes for chaos theory? Applaud now. I don't know who was the winner.
Everybody wins.
I have a trophy.
All right.
Let's share it. Let's share it together.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The judges are
Let's
coming.
go for a photo. No, the judges are not coming yet, but you're going, definitely.
All right. So I don't get a permanent contract.
Thank you. The CERN Dramatic Arts Club. That was fun. So the judges are not done yet. I just wanted to remind people who are voting online, if you can zoom in the QR code to vote online if you have difficulties. While the judges are still deliberating, we are going to watch a video from CERN alumna who, after doing a PhD, after doing science communications, she turned into a businesswoman, and she created a startup called Therapet. And this is something maybe some of our finalists can think about in the future, to become investors and to go into business once, and where communication is also very important. Let's watch this video.
My name is Christina. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Therapet. Before founding Therapet, I have been working as a physicist at CERN for the last 12 years. Therapet is a Geneva-based medtech company. We are developing next-generation nuclear imaging technology to accelerate image-guided therapies and advanced precision medicine. At Therapet, I often have to explain complex detector technologies to very different audiences. Our employees, researchers, clinicians, investors, regulatory bodies. Good science is not enough. You need to explain complex things in simple words. People must understand why it matters. Clear communications builds trust, and innovation only works if people believe in it. I would advise a young science communicator, craft a pitch where you open with a compelling human problem. Explain in clear terms how your solution addresses it. Demonstrate credibility without overwhelming with details. And end by telling the listener exactly what you want them to do. And practice until your delivery is confident. I wish all the best to the FameLab finalists.
Thanks to the CERN alumni for this video. I think, I'm afraid we're not done yet.
Not done just yet. They're still bickering.
So we can fill the time with more challenges. Actually, this autumn, my colleagues at CERN in social media launched an online campaign inspired by FameLab, asking participants remotely to produce and upload a short video explaining something related to particle physics and to CERN. And they judged 20 videos that, among those which came. 20 videos that were like qualifying for the 3 criteria of FameLab: content, clarity, and charisma. They were ranked by a group of physicists, and all these 20 participants will get to visit CERN. So we'll have this exciting opportunity. And 2 of them will receive a special prize, a particle detector that you can build yourself and see particles with your own eyes. It's called a cloud chamber.
Very cool.
Here we teach how to build cloud chambers to everyone.
Very cool. I've got the names of the 2 winners. Shall I announce them?
Yes, please.
Okay, so winner number 1, this was of this CERN Science Outreach online before you lot go, is it us, is it us?
No, it's not you. It's not
so
you.
number 1, Mahad Mutashim from Pakistan, well done. And also Tiana Doncheva from Bulgaria.
So we watched them.
Let's have a quick look at their winning video submissions.
Yeah.
As I sit here soaking up the winter sun, billions of tiny particles are going through me right now. Clearly, they're harmless, but they might be one of the most polite particles we know. These particles are called neutrinos. Neutrinos going through me right now were created by the sun's fusion reactions, and in massive numbers. Every second, the sun creates more neutrinos than there are grains of sand on Earth. But why are they important? Neutrinos carry messages from across the universe. Not only do they originate from the sun, but from distant exploding stars, and perhaps the early moments of the Big Bang. Just like ice cream, neutrinos come in 3 delicious flavors: the electron neutrino, the muon neutrino, and the tau neutrino. These neutrinos can also be seen here in the standard model of particle physics, the fundamental building blocks of our universe. Because of their incredibly small masses, neutrinos exhibit a property called neutrino oscillation, in which neutrinos can switch flavors when they're traveling. So for example, a chocolate electron neutrino originating from the sun can come to Earth as a strawberry muon neutrino. In an experiment, CERN sent a muon neutrino beam to a detector in the Gran Sasso facility in Italy to detect tau neutrinos. This invisible beam traveled 730 kilometers through the Earth's crust, and like the cosmic chameleon it is, it transitioned from a muon neutrino to a tau neutrino with strong confidence in its detection. It's experiments like these which allow us to unravel the mysteries of the universe and decrypt the messages which are hidden in ancient and distant neutrinos. So next time when you're getting your vitamin D, remember that the universe quietly flows through you as tiny, polite neutrinos.
This is a hydrogen proton, or at least imagine it is. So, how can you make something this small travel near the speed of light? Well, one way to understand it is with this racket. In CERN's Large Hadron Colliders, particles don't get one huge push. They travel in bunches, and each bunch receives many small pushes inside devices called radiofrequency cavities. An RF cavity is a metallic chamber containing an electromagnetic field that oscillates extremely fast, flipping directions millions of times per second. If a proton bunch passes at the right instant, the field gives it a little electric impulse. If it passes at the wrong time, it gets almost nothing. And that's why timing is everything. If you swing too early or too late, this proton hardly moves. RF cavities work the same way. Their oscillation is synchronized with the bunches circulating around the LHC, so the electric field points in the right direction exactly when each bunch arrives. Each pass through a cavity gives the bunch a bit more energy. Now for something especially important, the cavity's shape. The cavity isn't just a metal tube. Its shape is carefully engineered so the electromagnetic field forms in just the right way. That shape determines the cavity's frequency. and how strongly the field can build up along the path the protons travel, letting it give each bunch an efficient push. As the protons loop again and again around the LHC's 27-kilometer ring guided by superconducting magnets and traveling through an ultra-high vacuum, these tiny pushes gradually add up. After many laps, the protons reach such high energy that they move extremely close to the speed of light, leading to nearly 1 billion particle collisions every second. Magnets steer them, vacuum clears the way, and RF cavities give the push. Together, those tiny time kicks bring protons to incredible speeds. So, our proton, this shuttlecock, doesn't need one massive swing. It just needs the right push at the right moment.
Very well done.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very well done.
Judges not there yet.
I've just got to note that the judges are pretty much done.
Oh.
So they're going to be on their way back up. So I'm just going to squeeze one more video in while we get them settled. So we've mentioned Cheltenham Festivals a few times. You know, for everyone here, for everyone watching online, not only do the amazing teams at Cheltenham Festivals run FameLab, they also produce inclusive festivals and projects focusing on music, on science, and the spoken and written words, so that everyone can experience the benefits of cultural engagement and explore or advance their career in science and the arts. Now, Cheltenham Festivals wants to see a world in which everyone can explore and create culture. Let's take a little look at that in action. Quick.
Yes, that's us.
Quick. Didn't see anything. Well, edit it out. It's not live? Oh, we're live. Right. Hi, judges. Come on stage. Are you all right? No blows? We're all kind of good? Okay, great.
Right, yes. You need
Right,
a
one
microphone.
quick thing to say, though. The judges are back, which means that the audience vote is closed.
Over.
Yes, over. The team's going to tally up your audience votes right now. They'll get back to us with the results of those. Welcome back, judges. I hope it was all right. Do you have 2 runners-up, 1 winner?
We do.
Okay,
Don't
great.
say anything. Don't say anything. Before we have to create a little bit of suspense before we start giving names out. I would like to ask our head judge, Julia, something about the process you've been going through. Has it been painful?
That was so much harder. We would have preferred to be on stage actually because everyone was amazing and was incredibly hard.
Okay, Claire, do you want to say a few words about our first joint runner-up without saying the name? We're going to say the name with some special music.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So first of all, congratulations to everybody. It was really, really fun to watch. So our first joint runner-up is someone that we chose for her amazing storytelling ability. She took us on a journey of her research, which was not only interesting, but also very, very topical. What we particularly liked about her was that she was a master of voice modulation, and she grabbed our attention from the start.
So, we are ready to reveal the name of the first joint runner-up,
Should we get them all up on stage first? Let's get all the finalists. Come and join us on stage. Come up these steps here. All the finalists at once. Come on. Sweet.
You're all winners anyway.
You're all winners. Come up these ones here will be quickest.
That side of the stage.
Come up. Then you're all here for the big announcements. Come on up. Yep, stand with me on this side. Silence across the room.
Right.
Silence across the room. Okay.
Are we ready?
Let's go for the first
Are we ready to go? So, the first joint runner-up of FameLab 2025. I need the help of our technical team here to play the music. Yes. We can say the name now.
Congratulations, Spatica from the United Kingdom.
Spatica is the first giant runner-up.
And you're stood near me as well. Here comes your trophy.
UK.
Come join me in the middle quickly. How do you feel hearing this announcement?
Great, you got my attention.
We got the attention. You got the attention. You captured our attention.
Thank you so much.
Love the seatbelt. Nice, simple, clear prop.
Thank you.
Is science communication in your future, do you think?
If I don't end up becoming an indentured academic.
You can still do SciComm alongside academia.
Okay.
Please, please do, please do. Congratulations, Patika.
Okay.
Stay with me.
So let's now give out a couple of hints, Carissa, about our second joint runner-up before revealing the name.
Again, this was a very hard decision. Congratulations to all the finalists for such a fantastic job. This other runner-up that we chose in specific because of their incredible use of props and their continued use that really took us through their story, which only added to their fantastic on-stage presence. This person had a great sense of not only the global knowledge of their field, but also sort of the consequences of their research and taught us an important lesson about how we can find discoveries in unique places. You can certainly say this runner-up made the best of a shitty situation.
Okay, so we can definitely play the music and say the name. The second joint runner-up of FameLab 2025 is...
Congratulations to Sayin from Switzerland.
Sayin.
Oh. Come on over, come on over. Congratulations, this is for you. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel grateful because you liked my shitty talk. And I hope you think about it when you shit.
Don't know how to follow that up. Can I just ask, when you're doing that research, you said how long during the day you're picking up poo for, but what's the, how many days, weeks, months, and have you finished?
You mean like how long I follow them?
Yeah.
It took like 1.5 years to see like how they spend each day, and of course how many times they poop. And to see like how it is connected to their ecosystem in the rainforest.
Have you picked up enough now?
Yeah, well, I will sort it out because, you know, like these are all those, you know, like plants from the rainforest that actually grew from their natural fertilizer. So if I want to get more, then I need more of the poops.
Never enough poo. Thank you so much. Huge round of applause.
So, we're not ready yet for the final winner's name. We've got now
yes,
to
should we reveal the
another
audience?
winner. Yes.
Okay, all right. So it's time. This is me living my Eurovision moment, all right, with far too many devices and messages coming in. So the votes have been counted. I'm delighted to announce the finalist with the most votes, and your audience winner of FameLab International 2025 moves to different app is... Natalia from Poland with better batteries built from Lego bricks. This is for you. This is for you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. How do you feel? You're the audience's champion.
I feel like receiving a Grammy or an Oscar. It's like equivalent of that.
Maybe they all just want their magnesium-powered devices, and they're like, well, maybe if we give her the award, we'll get there quicker.
Yeah, let's hope that we all drive magnesium-powered G-Class one day.
What's the timeline on that, do you think?
I hope as I live,
yeah.
it will be here.
Well, thank you so much. Keep doing the research and keep inspiring people with your passionate
Thank
SciComm.
you so much. Thank you for the votes. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well done. Well done.
Let's get closer. Come closer. We have to be closer now for the very moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to find out who the judges have crowned FameLab International Champion 2025. So, Julia, to you, the hard task of giving us a few hints without revealing the name as yet.
Yeah. So the presentation that impressed us most used very simple props, but in an excellent analogy, and made it really clear how this research project advances the field and impacts society.
Mm-hmm. So, this year's FameLab International winner is...
Tammy from Australia.
Congratulations. Take your trophy. Come and join me. You take this as well. That's a shocked face right there. How you feeling?
Oh my God! So, Tammy, are you happy you took that flight in the end?
Yes.
She was supposed to take part via Zoom.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago it was like, oh, go on then, I'll come on over.
Wow.
It's also 2 or 3 in the morning for you right now.
That's right. I'm really tired.
Well, it was totally worth it. Huge, huge congratulations.
Wow, thank you so much.
So they absolutely loved it. What's next for you? So you still working in the fertility lab?
Yes, that's right.
What's the duration of that left?
So majority of my time is working in the lab, so I am a part-time PhD student. So yes, I would love to do more research after I finish my PhD. So yeah, we were all embryos one day, and yeah, I just want to say embryos are awesome.
Congratulations, huge congratulations
again.
Brilliant, brilliant talk. Thank you so much. One huge round of applause. Sorry, go on. Can I just say a huge, massive well done and congratulations to all of the finalists who are on stage. I mean, look, it's a huge, huge thing you've done to represent your country here at the FameLab International Final. I mean, we can't wait to see what each and every single one of you gets up into the future. Please be very, very proud of yourselves. That was an incredible, incredible final. It really was. Remember that now and always, you will be part of the FameLab family. So welcome. Huge round of applause for all.
It's time for a few words of thanks. We would like to thank our judges, Julia Wojtek, Carissa Cesarotti, and Claire Lee. Thank you really for your hard work and for making this event worth it. Thank you to the host country organizations all around Europe and the world. FameLab could not have happened without the national finals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks to the Cheltenham festivals who work tirelessly till this moment to keep the FameLab flame alive.
Thank you all to the brilliant team here at CERN Science Gateway for hosting us and for live broadcasting this on YouTube. I hope everyone watching on YouTube has enjoyed it. Thank you, audience here at CERN, everyone around the world. I know there's people watching from so many different countries. Remember, you can share this with your families and friends. You can watch this back on the Cheltenham Festival's FameLab YouTube channel. One more person to thank, and of course that is Paula. Thank you so much for co-hosting this event with me.
And one more, that's Greg. Thank you, Greg. It's been an amazing adventure.
Absolute pleasure.
Safe onward journeys to everyone, and see you next year. Goodbye.
Bye. Well done.
Stay here for a photo.
Well done, everybody.
Have we taken a photo yet?
Let's do a big photo.
Yes.
That's the live stream done. Oh, thanks everyone in the room. We really appreciate you coming out and watching it. I hope you had a good night. Thanks so much.
Well done.